That's good.
First night camping was pretty good. It was pretty warm. A little bit of rain, but stayed dry. Tents are a little bit small. Apart from that, all good.
The first night camping in Norway I thought was very fun.
Okay,
Your cooking, just awesome.
thank you.
Just a bit of banter, a couple of drinks, and a toasty tent. What more could one want?
These are really good, these Wing Man Infrared tents. It's almost 100% light blockout, so actually fun enough that wasn't a factor. But at 3:30 in the morning I had to wake up for the loo, and it was raining, and I was just lying there with the rain pouring down thinking I cannot be bothered to get dressed and go out to the loo. Finally decided to do it, opened up my tent, and it's broad daylight. 3:30, that's crazy.
Excellent, really good tent. It's like a nice little cubby hole. A little cold, somewhere around 3. Got an extra sleeping bag out and slept like a baby.
Two days ago I changed the rocker box cover because there was a crack inside, and I noticed that the bottom seal is also not functioning, so changing the bottom seal as well.
As Ritch is a young father and had a wedding to attend to, I was very happy that he was still able to join us and fly into Trondheim for the stretch up to the Arctic.
I'm here and I'm ready. Let's go. And today in the UK it was 30 degrees. There was lots of flesh on show, lots of shorts and skirts and flip-flops. which I actually travelled here in, and I very quickly got changed because it isn't quite the same here, as you can probably see. And I've been informed by my peers, who I've been sat here with for 20 minutes, that it now gets tough. So they've had a nice little jolly up the last 3 or 4 days riding around. And I've been warned that it's going to rain for the majority of tomorrow. We've got about 9 hours of riding, and yay!
Morning.
No, go away.
Did you hear that woman last night?
Fucking hell. Morning.
The plan for today is to see if we can reach Mo i Rana. It's going to be the longest ride we've done so far. And I think today we have to be happy with all the small little gifts that we get, as in packing dry, having a good cup of coffee in the morning, because we're going to bump into some probably roadworks, which may detour us for about 3 hours. 70% chance of rain, and it's a long ride to start with. So first real test of character today.
Today, day one for me. So apparently we could have a bit of a detour. When I say a bit, it could be a 3-hour detour. So that could add a bit of fun to the journey. But yeah, looking forward to it. I'm very warm, so I hope I do cool down as we start riding. And yeah, we'll see where we are in a couple of hours. So, been on the road now since 8:30 this morning. It's now about midday, so we've done a good probably 3 hours of riding with one stop. This is the second stop, and I think as first legs go, which this would be mine, well, the last hour was just incredible. I think everybody knows that Norway is beautiful, but I didn't think it was going to be this stunning. I mean, we just passed a waterfall, a huge dam, and it's just green everywhere. And everything just smells of pine. So if this is a taste of things to come, it's going to be a good couple of days ahead of us.
There's a marked decrease in the amount of development, and that means that for the first time during this trip, some of us are pretty close to running out of fuel, and we just don't know where the next petrol station's going to be. We've had a look on the map, and the direction we're going, it doesn't look like there's anywhere, so we've had to use the emergency fuel in the back of the van, fill up a few of the bikes, even mine, which I almost never have to do usually, but we're just going to have to fill up as much as we can, maybe 60 to 70 miles per tank, and hopefully come across a petrol station maybe in 50 miles or so.
After a grueling day of riding through torrential rain, the vote was to wild camp, for which we had to find the right spot. The first spot looked okay, but then Panda decided to take a ride further up the road and found a quote-unquote better spot where we camped overnight.
I'm going to swim in the water!
That water looks a little green.
I mean, this spot's incredible, isn't it? Like, you have to just soak it in. It's stunning.
Oh, get warm!
I'll tell you in the army, Dennis.
Hey, look at that berry. Woo, 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 woo. Do we have a bit?
My motivation for coming on this trip is my same motivation for doing anything special, just to have stories to tell. Nothing is more important for me than just creating stories and memories. I always think it sounds a bit morbid, but how would I feel on my deathbed if I would have said no to something like this? And if the answer is I'd feel disappointed in myself, then I know that it's something I must do. And just creating the stories is what forms us as people. You know, what type of person are you? Are you the type of person that wants to go on an adventure, wants to push yourself, wants to create something memorable? If the answer is yes, then you know you're doing the right thing.
What motivates me on this trip is simply getting to the Nordkapp and back, and on my own built motorcycle. So if I want to sell a motorcycle which I built, I have to test ride it. And what else is a better way to test drive it than to go to the Nordkapp and back? And with a bunch of lunatics next to me, we will, I'm sure we will get there and back.
What motivates me and why I'm on this trip? I asked myself the same question this afternoon, because it was a little bit tough. But I think the main reason why I wanted to be a part of this trip was really just step out my comfort zone. This is something quite unusual for me to do. I have ridden across America with Joe before, and there was an element of peer pressure on this trip. But yeah, I wanted to do it. I wanted to push myself a little bit, do something which was definitely uncomfortable, which today was that. And generally what motivates me in life is I'm always trying to better myself, and doing stuff like this I think is an experience and a challenge. So hopefully I'll make it to the point that I said would be the end. And also spending time with these guys is another determining factor, because most of them are pretty cool, and like this evening it's been a lot of fun.
Honestly, Joe, after working full time at El Lobo for around 2 months, he invited me to do this trip, and I more or less instantly said, yeah, I'll do it. But I had no idea of where we were going or what it was. Once doing a little bit of research, I found it was very cold and very wet, polar bears potentially. So I started to get a little anxious, and I think everyone else did. But no, currently best decision I've made, joining the trip with the guys. and it's not something a lot of people do, so I'm happy. I'm here.
And my motivation was coming here was just to look after Joe, really, because he can't fend for himself. And have a fantastic time. And I'm blessed to be here, really am blessed. And so far, it's not been a disappointment, but damp.
Looking up, George, staring at me.
Ritch brought his very cute hipster helmet that looks good in Essex, but ended up having a scratched visor through which he couldn't see the road, so that had to be swapped. In a sea of people that are well prepared with textile jackets that are waterproof, our team decided to go for cheap onesies that had to be duct taped to keep the water out. Well, we made it to the Arctic Circle. We still have about a day and a half to get to the Nordkapp, but we just crossed over into the Arctic Circle, and it's snowy, it's damn cold. Guys are doing well. Everybody's gearing up, putting extra layers on, make sure that we don't catch hypothermia. Yeah. Everybody feels good.
We made it. I mean, to the first big step. We're officially now inside the Arctic Circle, right up into the snow line. Temperature dropped off like really, really noticeably now. And I haven't dried out since last night. So you got a mixture of the cold, the wind, and the wet as well. But to reach this Arctic Circle center, that's an incredibly special feeling. Sorry, my mouth is starting to freeze up, so it's hard to speak, but it's a very, very special feeling.
The first hour or so this morning was absolutely atrocious. It was torrential rain, visor kept missing up, couldn't see, the roads were terrible. But then it stopped, and then we started to get close to this place, and it's been dry, and the scenery's unbelievably beautiful. And I'm so glad that we've got to the Arctic Circle. Still a bit further to go, but hey ho, you know, really happy.
I'm protecting my feet against rainwater. They were soaking wet, and now I'm putting on my Goldtop merino wool socks. Then put it in a bag, and then put it back in my soak wet shoes. these ones. They're not watertight anymore, waterproof, no.
Yeah, of course.
Cheese and ham. Very cold. Very, very cold. And a little bit wet.
I am feeling like a new man because I can see what I'm doing now. I've actually got to take in some of the scenery today, but I'm a little bit cold.
So yeah, just gonna crack on and get as far as we can today. Yeah, it's all good.
Today was another day of super wet riding for hours and hours and hours, with everybody sitting in their helmets, getting cold and thinking about that wild camping that they didn't want to do. It truly scratched their souls, so we decided to splurge and rent a cabin where we set a fire and dried our gear.